Morning, early birds.
Hi.
Hi, Mom. Michael helped me make my cereal. He got my bowl down for me.
Oh, wow. Well, Michael needs a bowl, too, and some milk.
No, I'm okay.
Michael doesn't want any milk.
It's probably no big deal, but as I was pouring it for Sophie, I noticed that it's expired.
Really? No, it expires tomorrow.
Well, it's basically the same thing. I mean, it's fine. I'll just pick up something on the way to therapy.
Michael, don't feel like you need to work around the way that Sophie and I live. We just got you comfortable with peeing. We can figure this out, too. If you feel like something needs to be thrown out, just throw it out.
That's not good, right? What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael said that food is poison waiting to happen.
Bananas. I was gonna go.
Gotta get up, gotta get out, gotta get home before the morning comes.
Dr. Storper? Dr. Storper? A word, please?
Yes?
This is a bit awkward, but I'm afraid your credit card's been declined.
Oh, dear.
Yes, well, if you had another card we could swipe, we'll just head over to the counter for a moment, and I'll let you get on with your day.
Of course, but I'm in a hurry to get to work, so I assure you that when I get back this evening, we'll get this taken care of.
No,
Thank
Dr.
you for letting me know.
Dr. Storper, we need to address this immediately.
Morning. Jesus! What the hell?
Dr. Storper, this is Douglas Ogilvy, Brian Ogilvy's brother.
Oh, my God.
Don't hurt me, okay?
Oh, no, I won't. I'm David Storper.
It's all right, Mr. Ogilvy. But he killed my brother.
To be accurate, he died while under my care.
Why don't you take a seat and I'll be in a minute.
My God, I knew he had a brother, but they're identical.
Except this one's still alive.
Yes, well, when I first saw him,
You thought your dead patient was sitting in your waiting area.
Yes. You're treating him now?
For post-traumatic stress, yes. The sudden death of his twin has triggered a lot of suppressed anxiety. So you screaming and shouting at him was not helpful. I'm guessing that's going to be the content of my entire session. Thank you.
I only thought he was dead for a second.
Your patient is waiting in your office.
What's all that screaming?
Oh, it was just a misunderstanding.
Hey, did you see this? You're not gonna believe what Dr. Lawson's doing. She's running a thing called Panic Camp for people who are, wait for it, afraid of flying. Isn't that great?
You don't have a fear of flying, per se. Something is making you anxious, and it's manifesting as a fear of flying.
I thought we both agreed the reason for me being here was to get me on a plane ASAP.
Yes, and we agreed to follow the program that I laid out for you.
Yeah, but wouldn't your program include something like this?
Not necessarily. We have to be systematic. The next step was going to be to get you on a long, uncomfortable train ride, make you feel trapped.
Dr. Storber, you've been really helpful the last few days. I thought it was crazy dealing with my bathroom issues, but I get it now. I see how my fear of peeing in public is connected to my fear of having a panic attack on an airplane. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm ready to go big.
I don't know. I'd like to consult with your Toronto therapist to see how he was tackling these issues.
Honestly, Dr. Keener had nothing to do. Things were going really well up until the panic attack at the airport.
So there were no indications leading up to that moment?
I was killing it. And now that we're working together again, I feel like I can actually do this. Panic Camp. Panic Camp.
Oh, you mean Mike?
Yes, Mike Dyer.
Well, I don't have a record of any panic incidents. He seemed to be doing quite well overall. He would come in to get a prescription renewed.
Ativan?
That and an SSRI. I thought that would be the most effective thing for his eating disorder.
Eating disorder?
It returned after he broke up with his fiancée. But I changed his dosage and he was fine after that.
I'm sorry, he broke up with his fiancée?
Said she was too needy.
Right.
Mike seems like a very results-oriented guy. In and out, chit-chat. I wish all my patients would be like that.
Hi.
Hi.
Is everything okay?
Oh, yeah, sorry if I made you worry on the phone. I'm just feeling a little sensitive about money issues ever since the insurance on the apartment fell through. Jesus Christ! This is the coffee room? Like for staff?
Well, for junior staff. It's cold and impersonal. It's not like your office. That place was a second home to me.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a comfy blanket, cozy and warm and like visiting Grandpa's house. So, you want to talk about Michael?
Yes. I feel like he's being evasive with me. How do you think he's doing?
He threw out all my food today, but otherwise I think he's okay.
He threw out all your food.
Yeah, he was getting freaked out about overdue expiration dates. You know, I think he's just feeling weird about living with me and Sophie. Didn't you tell me that there was a time that all he ate was McNuggets?
When his parents divorced, yes.
Oh, God, I hope he doesn't go back there again.
You know, it's strange. He came back to see me, but he won't talk to me. I mean, not really talk to me.
I know what you mean. Would you like a biscotti?
Is biscotti a thing that's here all the time for people to eat? What's this?
Your hotel sent them over? Something about an unpaid bill?
No. It was just a misunderstanding.
Could you move them, please, David?
Yes.
You know later I have a large group coming in, and we spoke about retracting walls so I could use the whole space later. Remember?
Right. I'll just put them in the file room for now.
Okay, great.
Is this the panic camp that I've heard so much about?
Mm-hmm.
My patient was very taken by your colorful brochure.
Does your patient have a fear of flying?
Yes?
Do you know what? You'll be more than welcome to join us.
That sounds like fun, except that Michael needs a more...
This is a patient you're on a schedule with. Honestly, David, I think that would be right up his street. Concrete goal setting, immediate results.
No, therapy isn't only about results.
It isn't?
No.
I mean, your patients eventually improve, or do you discourage that kind of thing? You know, I thought these retractable walls would be a problem. But, you know, seeing as you only have one patient, it's rather convenient. Welcome, everybody, and please just make sure you have your seatbelts on. Yes? Great. Why don't you take a seat and we'll begin? David, would you mind exchanging seats with Michael, please? It's okay, you can't harm me, okay?
What did you do to him?
To him, nothing.
Right. Hi, folks, and thank you for choosing to fly Air Meredith. As the flight attendants prepare the cabin, the captain will come in and introduce his or herself and tell you a bit about the flight.
Oh, what if I need a pillow?
You can ask the flight attendant for a pillow, Mr. Ogilvy.
Dr. Storp is correct. Just ask for what you need.
Can we ask for anything?
Well, Khaled, they can't accommodate every request.
Like which ones? Can I get a magazine? What if I'm thirsty?
Well, they sometimes hand out magazines before the flight, but for drinks, you'll have to wait until we're in the air.
Dr. Storp, you're obviously versed in in-flight services. Why don't you act as flight attendant and I'll read out the captain's announcements?
I could do the captain's announcements.
Well, there's only one hat. Please note the emergency exits marked in red. And the main doors. One in the front.
Could I get a gin and tonic?
And one in the back.
We all want a gin and tonic.
Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit.
You pass out snacks, peanuts, almonds?
Corn nuts.
Who the hell eats corn nuts?
Well, it's because of allergies. They don't have peanuts on planes anymore.
You give out newspapers, Post, Globe Mail?
The Globe.
You wear a dress?
No, because I was a steward. They have stewards.
Look at you. Down to one patient, no money, no home. A colleague who makes you dance around in a dress.
She didn't, look, this, I cannot let Meredith get to me because this immersion is important to Michael.
Well, when someone holds you in complete and utter contempt, as this woman does, when she's telling you to sashay down the aisle.
I didn't sashay.
It's not about making peace. It's about mustering the remaining pathetic shreds of your manhood and saying, I'm useless. Yes. Look at me. I'm failing at life. Yes.
Why would I say that?
Because there is dignity and truth, and it's all you have left, Durwood.
Oh, yeah, Tetra Paks. Those suckers are great. They're contamination proof. You put them in an underground bunker, they never go bad.
So you've made plans for an underground bunker?
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I may have back in the day before I was the paragon of mental health you see before you.
This isn't like the McNuggets thing, is it?
What? No, this is totally different. I was a real mess back then.
Okay, good. That's good.
So, maybe could we talk about house rules?
House rules? You mean like at my house?
So, you and Sophie walk around barefoot a lot.
So it's unhygienic, is what you're saying?
I just, I'm worried about what she might bring home from school.
On her feet.
Oh, that's reduced for a quick sale.
Yeah.
It's near its due date.
Don't worry, you won't be around when I eat it.
Well, it's Sophie that I'm worried about.
Okay, I need to walk away from this conversation.
Look, ask Sophie about salmonella. She knows.
Pillows. You moving in?
No. These are therapeutic pillows for patients to work out their aggressions and to hug and to sob into.
It's just that it would reflect very poorly on everyone in this office if you were sleeping here.
Yes, it would. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go arrange my therapy pillows.
Dr. Storper, I picked up your toothpaste. Should I just leave it in the men's room for you,
No,
or?
thank you. It's for breath. Fear of bad breath.
David.
Hi. I know I'm not supposed to come by, but
Okay. Meredith did say that I would try and lay down a boundary and you would immediately try and invade
I'm not
it.
invading. I'm just asking to live in your basement.
I have an idea. Why don't I write you a check, all right? It's not a loan. It's your money anyway from the Chinese sale for exposure, okay? Just think of it as an advance.
Sammy, I know this is difficult for you to understand, but walking away from exposure was the last time I did anything that made me feel good about myself.
What? Just take the money, David. Get your shit together.
You're paying me to go away. This is what it's come to. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you for the loyalty. Used to be my wife. Now you're my, what, loan officer? In the face of adversity, confidence deserts us when we need it the most. In this society, we are defined by our possessions. A house, a car, a suit, all these things conspire to make the man or woman. And what's left when these trappings are stripped away one at a time? A mere man. And if a man or woman, if an individual maintains his integrity stripped of these trappings, then what do these trappings represent ultimately? The window dressings of a so-called respectable life, and nothing more. Just remember, I'll be with you every step of the way.
Okay, thank you. I can do this.
I can do this.
Come on, you can do this, Carla. We've gone through. Okay, you're good. Brilliant.
Hello, Dr. Lawson.
Hello.
And good morning, Dr. Storper.
Good morning, Mr. Ogilvy.
So once everyone is seated and the overhead bins are secure, the doors to the plane will be closed. Soon after, you'll hear this announcement from the captain. Flight attendants, please prepare the aircraft for takeoff. Dr. Storper has kindly agreed to address any questions or concerns that arise.
Could I get some corn nuts?
I'm afraid everyone went to town on the corn nuts yesterday.
Stress eating.
Now I'm going to play some of the sounds that you will hear at this point. That's just the sound of the engine starting up. David, would you mind pretending this is a cart? And pushing up and down the aisle just to habituate everybody with what flight attendants do.
So I'm to be a stewardess, a steward again.
One hat.
Well, of course, the flight attendant would not normally be wheeling the cart down the aisle at this point in the flight.
Why not?
Well, there might be a problem with takeoff.
What kind of problem?
Now, this is the sound of the plane taxiing to the runway.
I need to go to the bathroom.
No, Mr. Ogilvy, you'll have to wait until the plane is in the air before you get up.
Dr. Lawson?
And prepare for takeoff.
When a plane is taking off, it can be dangerous to get up and move in the cabin.
It's all right, David.
Then I'm confused because I thought we were in the middle of the takeoff.
Why is it dangerous to get up?
Well, this cart, for one thing, weighs a ton, and if there were turbulence, it could go shooting down the aisle right into Mr. Ogilvy on his way to the restroom.
David? The plane is now in the air. You're free to move around the cabin. David, I can assure you that I've gone through takeoff and landing exhaustively with my patients.
And yet they don't know the basics. They don't know you can't get up and pee during takeoff.
Douglas is a special case. His anxiety manifests itself in frequent urination, amongst other things. I'm just curious. Why are you determined to undermine me?
Undermine you? You're the one who keeps sticking a stewardess cap on my head whenever I come within 2 feet of you.
There is no cap. But you've got a cap. You're just projecting your own sense of perceived emasculation onto a situation that should be about the patient.
These patients are not even aware of the effects of turbulence on an aircraft. Have you bothered to detail what can happen? Engine failure, ice on the wings, catastrophic decompression. My patient and I, we watched a video the other day of a plane tearing itself apart in midair. And to this day, no one knows why. No one can explain it.
I need to get out!
Douglas, you okay, buddy?
Everyone, just remain calm. David, I think this would be a really good time for you to distribute the biscuits.
You can distribute your own biscuits. Thank you.
The cabin is decompressing!
No, I can't! No, I can't! Doug! Dr. Storper?
Douglas!
Dr. Storper? It's Ogilvy.
Again?
What?
Please tell him. Have them hurry.
He's in CPR at the moment, and he's not looking too good.
You saved his life.
It's the least I could do. I'm sorry about how badly things went in there today. Let's go back to the office and see if we can reschedule that flight.
No, I'm fine. I didn't break a sweat in there. I'm ready to do this.
Michael, look at me. Look at me. Honestly, do you think you can get on that plane? Honestly?
Yeah. Yes.
I spoke to Dr.
Look, Claire's here. I gotta run. One more sleep to lift off.
David?
Meredith, I want to apologize.
I just got off the phone with Beth, and she told me that you slept in the office last night. I don't want to get into another thing with you, especially after that debacle. So if you can't get yourself together, I'm gonna have to find myself another space.
When adversity strips us of all we thought we couldn't live without, a moment of reckoning arises. What is it that truly matters to us? When all the window dressing is stripped away, what's left? What is it we find ourselves holding on to for dear life? What have we discovered about ourselves? Our non-negotiables? What is the single sacred virtue that can never be relinquished? Okay.
The goodbye lunch is getting cold.
You go ahead and eat. So I'll be right back, honey. Michael, can I come in, please?
Hey, I was just getting ready for my presentation. Did you guys eat already?
I need to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
You haven't wanted to be here for the last couple of weeks. Please, don't feel bad. We agreed long ago that being together wouldn't work. And we were right. We were. That's why all of your old issues are coming up, because of being here with me and Sophie. Yes, yes.
No, you guys have been great.
Listen, I let my mind go somewhere that it shouldn't have, and that's my fault. I have a lot on my plate with this whole law thing, and you belong in Toronto. And when you get off that plane, you are going to go back to a problem-free world. Oh, hi, Soph. You want to come say bye to Michael?
Bye, Michael. You could hold this guy if you get scared on the airplane.
Thanks, Soph.
Okay, honey. I'll put your shoes back on. I hope that you have a wonderful flight and a wonderful life, Michael.
On an all-new Murdoch.
My grandmother is about to sign away her fortune to an imposter.
The truth behind a man's identity.
Well, this is interesting.
Uncovers two sides to every lie.
Exactly.
Murdoch Mysteries. Monday at 8 on CBC.